by Adam StanleyThe Canadian PressMon, July 30, 2018. After a tough summer, Brooke Henderson is hoping a change of scenery will do her some good. The native of Smiths Falls, ONT, took last week off from the LPGA Tour to prepare for this week's Women's British Open, which starts Thursday. Brooke Henderson is just 2 wins away from tying the record for tour wins by a Canadian pro, male or female, Gregory Shamus. Getty Images. The break came following a rough stretch that began with Henderson withdrawing on the second day of U.S. Women's Open in June to be with her ailing grandfather, who passed away. Read more. Dustin Johnson captures Canadian Open. Mackenzie Hughes cracks top 10 in Canadian Open. 4 weeks later, she fell out of the lead at the Women's PGA Championship after shooting a final round 74. She told the Canadian press in mid-July that her other grandfather is now sick as well. But Henderson said she feels good about her game this week after finishing third at her last event, the Marathon Classic, and that golf is helping her cope. "Once I'm between the ropes, I can flip that switch and work towards my goals for that week," said Henderson, who has won 6 times on the LPGA Tour. Although the 19-year-old is no stranger to playing in the type of bad weather that often accompanies the British Open, it hasn't yet translated into a good finish at the 3rd major of the year. Her best result is a tie for 49th. Last year, though, she won an event in New Zealand in rough weather on a links-style course. She's hopeful she can parlay that into success this week at Royal Lytham Anne's Golf Club in Lancashire, England. "The style of golf is different, but I've learned that it really is about patience and just trusting your swing over there," said Henderson. As is the case with any major, you just need to stay focused and be able to bounce back through tough breaks, weather delays and harsh conditions. Now 16th in the world rankings, Canada's top golfer said she'll stock her bag with the same clubs as usual, but added that the Women's British Open will force her to use them in different ways. She may end up using a fairway wood around a green, for example, or fly her iron shots lower than usual. Henderson is one of the tour's statistical leaders in driving, but putting has been her weakness this year. She said she can't pinpoint one problem that needs work, but she's tested a few different putter options and stuck with one for the last 2 months. LPGA great Annika Sorenstam, who won the Women's British Open at Royal Lytham in 2003, said it takes time to learn links golf. She said Henderson would need a little luck with the weather, since sometimes you can get all 4 seasons in one day, but that Henderson's creative game plan is a solid one. Sorenstam added that she's a big fan of the young Canadian. She has a great mind and is a true competitor. She certainly knows how to win tournaments and even majors. It seems to me when she is driving the ball well, she gets good momentum and rest of the game falls into place. Henderson is just 2 wins away from tying the record for tour wins by a Canadian pro, male or female, and while this week's major is her top priority, the CP Women's Open in Regina in 3 weeks is circled on her calendar. "The course looks like it will be set up really well for our national championship, and I'm excited to see how the fans out there embrace the LPGA," she said. "I can't wait to get there and try to put on a show for the fans." After Monday's final qualifying round, Henderson will have some Canadian company at Royal Lytham. Brittany Marchand of Orangeville earned the 17th and final spot in a wild 12-way playoff, after a dozen hopefuls shot 69 in an 18-hole qualifier. 7 of the 12 advanced, and it came down to Marchand and Paula Creamer for the last spot on the 4th playoff hole. Marchand parted, while Creamer bogeyed. The other Canadian helpfuls fell short. Elena Sharp of Hamilton missed the playoff by a shot, while Maud Amy LeBlanc of Sherbrooke, K. carded an 80. Sports action and reaction delivered to your inbox. New NEWSLETTERSPORTSIGN up.